Hey y'all, we are live today. Happy Thursday. Damn. And I'm giving y'all a review of a show that came on on Sunday. Look, it's hard out here for a pimp. That's all I'm saying. But yes, this is my review for Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 9. Good to see y'all. It's gonna be a long day ahead. I have this review, and then within the next hour, I have the Beverly Hills review. And then me and Alex are doing pop roast. Yes, because today is the day that we get the long awaited season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer. And yeah, we're going to have like almost half the episode dedicated to that. And pop roast is going to probably be on Thursdays or Wednesdays during the week. Wasn't my idea, but let's just see how it goes out. Yes, good morning. Hello. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in here. I know it's early. It's 7:30 on the West Coast. If you are overseas, international, let me know. Good morning to everybody. Arigato gozaimasu. Bom dia. What else? Buenos dias. This is getting me through the day, y'all. Getting me through the day. The sparkling grape, it's not that bad. I usually get the sour apple cherry, but this is a nice one. It kind of just reminds me of, I don't know, like Welch's grape, like as a kid. Anyway, let's get into this review, y'all. And y'all know, anytime that they play the theme song, I'm going to enjoy it with y'all on here. So hit it. Every time. Anyway, so we open with a montage of a few of the ladies. Simone, for once, instead of Dr. Jackie, which is kind of refreshing to see. Contessa is getting Botox. Good for her. And Sweet Tea is realizing that Quad still had some things that she owned in, her house or Dr. G's house. Because I doubt that Sweet Tea got the house in her name as well. Who knows? Let's see. So we're with Toya and Eugene. We're at their residence, and I never noticed just how beautiful their house is. Congrats on their newest purchase, by the way. And let me give y'all some tea right quick. So I messaged Toya in her DMs because she follows me. Fine. I wanted to interview her because, I just feel like I'm on my interview bag, with Dr. Heavenly or whatever. That was a good interview. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, Toya left me on red, y'all. She left me on red. Damn. You would have thought we had a one-night stand the night before or something like that. So if you're a fan of me, and go on Instagram and just ask Toya why you leave C. Diggy 1 on red. He just want to interview you just for 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Anywho, that's just some tea. But yeah, go on over to Toya and ask her that. So Toya is talking to her son about not going to the dance. And in this whole scene, it just felt relatable to me in my childhood as, I don't know, like I felt like I wasn't that popular as a kid. And sometimes I just didn't want to go to the dances. I just felt like it was also a waste of my time. So I saw myself and her son in that scene. But can I also say, and this is no judgment, y'all, but do y'all kind of notice how much emphasis that Toya and Eugene put on their young boys that have girlfriends? And I just think, it's involuntary. I don't think they really realize it, but it's like such an old school societal pressure that young boys are put on them. Because I remember just back in the day, just some real shit. Like my family always said, you got a girlfriend, or it's just more so like, have multiple girlfriends, but then the other way around, you're not asking your daughter, or you got multiple boyfriends or whatever. So I just always thought that was weird. And it just, for some reason, it just makes it seem like the parents want to make sure their kids aren't gay. So like some examples was like when she kissed Eugene when she came in. Oh, grab my booty in front of the 12-year-old, like show him how you're supposed to do it. What? So it was just interesting. And then how they were telling him, oh, he got 3-4 girlfriends now. So it was just something that really stood out to me, because I just remember that as a kid, like just making sure you got a girlfriend. And it was always that societal pressure that I feel like parents don't really realize. Anyway, they're telling them, like, if they decide to have girlfriends, like, no touching. And then, we see them discussing parenting in their confessional. Yeah, the only part I thought was weird was, her doing that in front of her son, like, grab my booty so you can show him how it's done. What? So then sometimes I just kind of fear, like, what if, like, your son just so happened to be gay? It's just like, will that be acceptable? But him having multiple girlfriends, that's, anyway, it just kind of triggers something in me that I had in my childhood that I had to go through. Toya in that crop top reminds me of the Ozempic moms on South Park. Too funny. Yep, my brother got praised for having girlfriends, throwing up while everybody else was like, you better not when it comes to me. Just something to point out. I really feel like it's more so Generation X parenting, because they get it from the what do you call it, the baby boomers. Millennial parents, I feel like we're a little bit more liberal now, and we're more cognizant. So then next scene, we're at Jackie's and Heavenly is visiting. These ladies have some nice ass homes. Like, I was talking with my friend about Jackie's house and how nice it is. And he actually told me that, why is she in that big ass house? And it's just her and Curtis. And it just never occurred to me like that. It was just like, oh, well, maybe they have family over a lot, or I don't know, because, of course she doesn't have kids or whatever. And it's just the two of them. But I was just wondering, like, we never really see Jackie's family life. Like, I would feel like in the past few seasons, we only see Curtis, and we barely see Curtis. But, we don't really see, like, Jackie's extended family. That'll be something nice to see. Yes, Jackie's backyard was nice. It was really nice. That's the 1950s, 1960s generational mindset we have moved on from, hopefully. So yeah, Jackie shares the news that she has been personally invited to the White House for a reproductive rights conference, and she tells Heavenly that they gave her a +1 and she chose Simone. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I felt like if Jackie had an opportunity like that and she could only invite one doctor, why wouldn't it be Simone, and also a fellow OBGYN, But of course, Heavenly, I felt like she almost felt some type of way until Jackie surprised her and said, well, they actually gave me a +2 and you coming with me as well. And Heavenly is just so excited. And the next scene, we're with Phaedra on a lunch date with the youngin' that she met at Sweet Tea's speed dating event. Why is she saying in her confessional, like, she's dating like white people? What did that actually mean? And she unpacked it for us, because the producer had the same question. Like, she meant like hand holding and courting. And she says the difference between, white people dating and black people dating, in the black community, it means something different, like a whole affair is happening. Like, y'all are already, girlfriend and boyfriend already. I didn't know it was different culturally. I just thought that dating can be really arbitrary and it's different to everybody. Like, I literally had this conversation with my friend yesterday. Like, I said that, oh, this guy you're dating, he was just like, well, we're not dating. I only see him every so often. But I'm just like, No, I don't mean that's your like boyfriend or whatever, but I mean like when y'all go out, it's a date, right? You're dating. I don't mean anything beyond that. So yeah, I think everyone has their own definition of what dating is. So he tells her that he knows Apollo as well as his wife, and Phaedra doesn't mind, and she appreciates him being open to her about it. And the date is going well, and Phaedra also says in her confessional that she has no interest in getting married ever again, just having fun. Hey, marriage is overrated. Having kids is overrated, in my opinion. But hey, if the straights like it, I love it. Mm. So next scene, we're with Jackie, Simone, and Heavenly. They're on their way to DC. Jackie and Simone are trying to make sure Heavenly is on her best behavior because I guess they know she just lacks etiquette all around. Now, there was one scene that I didn't pick up on until I talked to my friend, because we always talk about the Bravo shows after we both watched them. He was like, why did they get this cheap ass Airbnb if they're just staying for like a day? Why don't they stay at the Conrad or like a bougie hotel? And I was just like, you know what? I never really thought of that. And it's just like, it's not like they don't have the money. Like, they got it like that. Maybe they just cheap. You know, like a lot of people with money, they can be cheap, because being broke, let me tell you from experience, current experience, it ain't fun. So they're at the White House now. They actually allowed the cameras in, and we get to see the whole experience go down. The conference is moderated by Chrissy Teigen, and there goes Madam VP. You know, this is a hard watch, especially just what's going on present day, obviously. Now, knowing that these issues are concerning reproductive freedoms, and, you know, currently they're going to probably have a major pushback and might be rolled back because of the current administration. And it's just such a shame. So I would say for a bunch of different causes, liberal causes, be prepared to fight, y'all, because every single day it seems that it's a headline, something new. And I know y'all heard about, like, it's just so much devastation in news right now. Like, from what happened in New Orleans at the top of the year, and then the California fires, and now we have another tragedy with what happened in DC last night. Like, prayers go out to anybody, like the people who know anyone during the crash. Like, I'm not sure if they said anything, if there were any fatalities or anything like that, but it's just so terrible news to wake up to. Also, by the way, y'all can participate in the live chat. Y'all probably just at work watching me, but please feel free to comment in the chat. This is what my lives are all about. I love participation and commentary, because I'm pretty sure y'all see things in the episode that I probably don't catch either. So, I'm glad that we got to see the whole the White House situation, them meeting Kamala Harris. I was thinking, like, there had to be so much clearance involved to get Bravo cameras there. So I'm really surprised. Oh no, I didn't know that. No one survived? Jesus. Oh man. Oh. Oh man, it's just like the top of the year, y'all. Like, that is so sad. Jesus. Oh man. I'm so sorry to hear that this morning. So we're gonna move on. So next scene, we see a montage of the ladies. They're packing for the couples trip. We see Heavenly invited Apollo on the trip, which still makes no sense to me. Like, she says she knows Apollo very well from interviewing him on her YouTube. And she thinks it's a great idea because it would show the other divorced couple, Quad and Greg, how to remain civil. But I still think it's a terrible idea. And I'm just like, it is married to medicine. We already have Phaedra on here. She's not married to medicine. Now you're going to add Apollo on here too? For what? For what? Um, and unfortunately, this episode came out after my interview with Heavenly because we couldn't talk about the episode. And she made it seem like to me that Phaedra knew that Apollo was going, because I was just like, why did y'all spring that up on Phaedra? But the thing is, she already invited Apollo before she even asked, Phaedra's blessing. And I'm just wondering, what if Phaedra said she wasn't comfortable with it? And was this just a scheme set up by production to just have some drama cooked up involving Phaedra? Was Phaedra in on it too? But yeah, like, I still don't understand. Like, the whole thing is just very messy. It's not like Phaedra knew that he was coming. Like, she knew he was coming because you already invited his ass on the trip. So now we see Greg and Quad in their respective scenes having concerns of seeing each other. And eventually we see that it was a warranted concern. I can't wait till next week. Y'all gonna get that review on time. I just want to know, how did it escalate to that point? To having Dr. G square up. I mean, I see him running for his life when Quad's man King was running up on him, but a mess. So then fast forward to the airport, and Jesus, there are a lot of people on this damn trip. Did y'all really notice that? Like, there are 9 goddamn couples on this trip. 9. So that means 18 people on this trip. It had me thinking about my 40th birthday, because I want to go to, I'm just telling y'all all my business. I want to go to Napa Valley for my 40th birthday this year. And the thing is, I don't want to leave people out. So I want to try to invite everybody, but a great trip for me is to cap it at 8 people. But I know that certain individuals are going to get angry. So I'm hoping some people can't make it. But yeah, it's starting to look like it's going to be 18 people as well. But if you're on the Patreon, I will give y'all an update how that goes. Let's see. Andy Cohen probably had a hand in Apollo's participation. I totally agree. Because Andy can't get enough of Apollo. He want that old thing back. Let's see. Hey, Chris, Mika from Connecticut. I watch you every time I get a notification. I appreciate you. We have 74 people in the chat. Give a ninja a like. I appreciate that. That's the only way that my video is shown to people that don't subscribe to me, is if y'all like the video, because it comes up as a suggestion. And more suggestions on my channel helps me out like so much, because I'm trying to get to 16K. We'll see if we can get there. Invite everybody. Not everyone will come. Trust me. Look, I'm scared because everyone knows it's a big occasion. It's my 40th, and I just don't want to be in charge of all of that. That's all. Greg was talking junk per the previews, but I'm pretty sure, we'll see. I'm not going to make any assumptions. Let's see. So they all arrive, with the exception of Apollo and Phaedra's new boo. But everyone is exchanging pleasantries. It looks like they're at the property now, and it's cordial for now. And speaking of which, Heavenly hugs Contessa, and somehow they end up falling to the ground. Like, I'm thinking Contessa did that on purpose, but it was all in good fun. It looked like when she hugged her, like she just like woo, threw her ass to the ground. Like, oh, it's for fun. I'm just kidding. Oh, a banana peel was there. No, you wanted to throw that heifer to the ground for what she said about your mama. That's what I think would happen. But hey, it was all in good fun. They're great for now. So after everyone is situated, they're all having lunch, and also they're knowing the activities for the day. It's going to be team building exercises. So the ladies and their partners are going to be paired up with people they've had issues with, i.e. Contessa and her husband are together with Heavenly and her husband. Jackie and Sweet Tea are paired together. Now, I see that Simone and Cecil, they weren't too messy to put Sweet Tea and Dr. G together with Quad and her new man. That would have been super messy, but probably would have made sense according to the rules. So then Phaedra comes in with her shirt cut. I thought it looked cute. And Simone tries to put her on blast in front of all the ladies and the couples because of these bitches comments that she made earlier a few episodes ago. Hey, Chris, enjoying you from the UK. Hello. You're so funny, honey. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you. This episode made me realize Contessa is kind of crazy in the head. So Phaedra is explaining to them, like, you know, these bitches comments, and I thought it was warranted. It was just like they were all jumping on her about, you know, not showing up for the for Dr. Jackie's charity, and she said, well, my money will talk. Like, if we can't make it, then I'll just write it out. Like, I ain't like you other bitches. Like, this was basically she was saying. But then, you know, Quad jumps in and put her extra sauce on it. Oh, these are some glorious bitches. They in the White House. And Phaedra's like, okay, what else is going on? Didn't phase her at all. We cut to Simone's confessional, and she feels like Phaedra thinks she's above them. Now, I don't really think that, but they are definitely insecure by the thought of Phaedra thinking she's better than the rest of them. Because I think they're so used to minimizing the wives or women that come on the show that aren't doctors or have that title before their name. So it kind of shaked them a little bit when somebody come on there that makes just as much money or more money than them, you know, without a doctor's title. That's what I really think was going on. So later, Simone and Heavenly, they let the group know their goals for the trip, and it's to leave stronger and better, which we know ain't gonna happen. Like, people left with a police report, or so I hear from Dr. Heavenly and my interview. But the next scene, it's the water obstacle course. They're explaining the rules. I wouldn't have participated. I'm not a water person as well. I'm with Curtis. I can't swim either. No, I'm not getting in the water because even if I had a life vest on, like, I'm still going to be flailing for my life, especially if I don't feel anything under my feet. Now, let me tell you. So I went to Thailand and we went to this water park where, you know, it was like an inflatable water park. I had my life vest on, of course, but I slipped off the inflatable thing, and I had such a time trying to get back up there because I couldn't swim. Like, and I was kind of panicking a bit because below me, I felt like that water was 20 feet deep. And after that, I was just like terrified of even falling in the water. So that little activity cut short for me because even with the vest on, I still didn't feel secure or whatever. I'm just not a water person. I don't even want to get on boats these days. But yeah, so before they start the relay race, we get a little preview of the chaos that's going to happen in the next episode. Like, there's a lot of people arguing. I think Sweet Tea and Heavenly get into it yet again, and then we see the fight that happens, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I'm pretty sure they're going to save it for the very end of next week's episode. And I'm wondering, are we going to get the mid-season trailer yet? We're already at episode 9, and I know that Beverly Hills, they're also on episode 9. And we got the mid-season trailer for that. So I'm wondering what's to come this season. And also, I'm wondering, did Phaedra, I saw she left the trip early. So I'm wondering, did she leave the show early as well, too? We'll see. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. I thought it was okay. It was a little bit of filler, because the middle part of the episode that was dedicated to them going to DC. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I was entertained. I would probably give this episode like a 7 out of 10. It was all right. It was good. Let me see what y'all talking about. Ooh, you sick of Contessa. The group is going to ask messy questions to Quad and Greg, of course, to incite some type of argument. I just watched Trader Season 2. Watch for that twitching eye of Phaedra, because that's how you know she lying. See, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, Phaedra took the Atlanta girls to the White House as well. So she was just like, okay, I've been in the White House as well. What you trying to say? Like, I know y'all don't care for Phaedra, but I think the money is there. Like, she scammed enough people on top of being booked and busy on reality show after reality show. Like, I could count five shows that aren't even Atlanta, by the way. Ooh, and speaking of Atlanta, just making sure, because all y'all are in the room, the trailer comes out today. And let me tell you, that promo, I was like, okay, they got the gorilla. It was like the 7 p.m. Fridays, 95 degrees or something like that. But that trailer was hot. It was real hot. So I'm expecting, well, the promo was hot. So I'm expecting that trailer to be really good. And if not, I don't know. I don't know. But so far, the budget is giving for season 16. We're going to talk about that later today on Pop Roast. Yes, Pop Roast will be in the middle of the week. Wasn't my idea, but we're going to see. Because apparently, well, you know what? I'm going to save the behind the scenes tea for the Patreon. That's where I really talk about shit. Anyway, y'all should expect that later today. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all agree with my rating for the episode. I think Phaedra has this type of energy with these ladies after experiencing real drama on Atlanta. I think she got a little too comfortable waving them off. Yeah, because I feel like being a part of Atlanta for so many seasons, because look, those girls on Atlanta, they come for you. You got to have your guard up. So Phaedra going on any other show is like a cakewalk to her. Because look, those ladies be coming at you on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just ask Kim Fields or anybody new that come on that show. Like, you really got to know what you are up against. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of my review, and I will be back on in 30 minutes for my Beverly Hills review. So look out for that. Yeah, so I'm going to be chilling right now for 30 minutes, just catch my breath, make me lose my breath, and, finish the rest of this Celsius so I can have the same energy. Will I briefly speak on Roni Reunion Part 1? I'm going to wait till Part 2 airs as well, and then maybe I'll give my little review of the entire reunion together. So yeah, with that, y'all, I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. With that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you for the next video.